Golf Central. Brought to you by Titleist.
Big names pick up big wins on Sunday, like Jordan Spieth, who needed extra holes to win the Australian Open for the second time in 3 years. We will show you how he dramatically closed, and we'll answer the question, is this the start of another magical run? Henrik Stenson wins a major, a medal, and on Sunday, the season-long race to Dubai for the second time. It's been a big year for the big Swede. Hear how he ranks 2016. Plus, world number 2, Ariya Jutanugarn caps off her breakout year by winning the season-long race to the CME Globe. She also captures the Rolex Player of the Year. We will show you all the action and reaction from around the world. And we thank you for teeing it up with us here on a very busy Sunday. Golf Central, Todd Lewis with Paige McKenzie and Brian Bateman. I showed you all the stars that won today. And we've got borderline nocturnal golf at the RSM Classic 4-man playoff going into Monday. This was supposed to be the final Sunday on the PGA Tour for 2016. Now it will go to Monday. What are you taking away, Brian, from today?
Well, we talked about it in the pregame show. This is always a bunch leaderboard at the RSM, and no exception this year. We have 4 guys that are in the playoff. We thought it might end right at the dark. Now they're going to come back in the morning. So they're going to have to sleep on if they can win for the first time, at least for Camille Villegas. Win for the first time in 3 years. Tough night for these boys.
It will be, and there's going to be a great night for a couple of the winners on the LPGA Tour. We saw a breakout star in Charlie Hull getting her first LPGA Tour win, but what a year by Ariya Jutanugarn, able to top it off with the biggest reward in women's golf.
We're going to start right there in Naples, Florida at Tiburon. It's the final LPGA Tour event of the year, and Lydia Ko has owned the race to the CME Globe. Let's go back to 2014. She not only won the CME Group Tour Championship, she won the race to the CME Globe at 17. She didn't win the golf tournament last year, but she did win the race to the CME Globe. So the race to the CME Globe, the only person that's held that trophy is Lydia Ko. She's battling it out today. Opened with a 39 on her front side, tried to battle back, Paige.
Yeah, birdied 10 and 11. This on the 12th to go 3 in a row, get it back to even par.
She's 11 under, 6 back in the lead. Here is Ko on the 16th hole, the par 3.
Yeah, 154 yards, right in Lydia Ko's wheelhouse. The strength of her game is her middle and short irons, and just like she's done all year long, right at the flagstick, almost goes in up to 10 feet where she'd make birdie.
Almost got the car.
Yeah, exactly. She would finish with an even par round of 72, 1 over on the weekend. She finishes tied for 10th. And Jutanugarn now battling 15th hole par 4 long putt for birdie.
Yeah, after a slow start for the week, battled back with a 68-65 and a birdie here to get her back into position.
So she is projected at that point first in the race to the CME Globe, now on 18, the par 4 her second.
Yeah, beautiful drive here. Downwind hole, not the easiest of pin locations, but a 9-iron for Ariya, beautifully judged. She almost makes it as well.
Hits it to 15 feet, so basically a 2-putt seals the deal. She knows it. She acknowledges the crowd. She would miss the birdie putt and then tap this in. And Jutanugarn shooting a 3 under 69, finished 14 under par. And this is why Lydia Ko is such a blessing to the game. Look what she does. She goes up and congratulates Ariya Jutanugarn, and you see what she has done this year. Wins the Rolex Player of the Year, wins that $1 million race to the CME Globe. 5 wins this season. No other player with more wins on the LPGA Tour. And hey, she can celebrate her birthday. 21, she turns on Wednesday. And after signing her card and picking up all that money and hardware, our Lisa Cornwell caught up with Ariya Jutanugarn.
Ariya, I know you said that Player of the Year was your ultimate goal, but here you get the $1 million bonus of the race. When you think about all that you've accomplished this season, how do you put into words what it means to you?
Like win Player of the Year is a huge honor for me. I'm really, really happy about that because, like, you know, my dream, like, one time in my life, that'd be great, and it's like my dream come true.
And to go up against the best players in the world, especially after kind of struggling to get that first win, and then all of a sudden you get these wins, you get a major championship, and you beat out Lydia Ko. Did you ever expect that this would happen so soon?
No, I never expect like that much. I just really want to win my first tournament this year.
What will your goals be moving forward now that you've done everything that you've done?
You know, just try to win more tournaments and have some fun, like every round I play golf.
And we take a look at what Ariya did this year. Here, her first victory on the LPGA Tour page.
Yeah, impressive the way she was disciplined throughout the year. We saw her not carry driver on a lot of tournaments that she won, including the British Open, hardly ever used it. but still one of the longest players in the LPGA Tour.
Yeah, she won 3 in a row. Then she won this major championship. And yes, of course, she'll never forget her first major. And then her next start.
She gets on these little runs, 3 in a row and then back to back. It was just an impressive season all around. She was on our radar a long time ago, but really this year was when she was put on the map.
Indeed, and you look at what she did, her breakout year, entering the year with no wins, and this is an impressive list that she has joined. She gets 5 wins this year, and let's not forget what Nancy Lopez did. That's why she's in the Hall of Fame. Incredible. She had that year in 1978, winning 9 times after previously
rookie season.
No victories. So Jutanugarn, obviously the dominant player in 2016, but she wasn't always really considered that great a player. She really made the jump this year. How'd she do it?
She did, and she was on our radar back in 2013, and this is when we started to see who she was, but she couldn't close. So let's take you back to that 2013 in Thailand. She was a 17-year-old, fresh-faced, 2-shot lead going into the 18th hole. Inbee Park's in the clubhouse, and she just needs to get this down. Her biggest mistake was going over this green. It's impossibly fast from this position. You can see just how lightly she taps it. And there is youth, and there is pressure. She's in her home country. No one on the LPGA Tour had won from the country of Thailand, so she's got all the pressure in the world on her and just failed to get it done. And so that was the first time we saw her not get it done. And then, of course, this year, she went bogey, bogey, bogey to finish and ended up losing by 2 at the A&A Inspiration.
Watch what she says to her caddy here after that tee shot on 18 at the A&A. Look, it's okay. Like she knew something good was brewing.
It was a change in mindset, and this was a pivotal moment for her at the A&A that helped springboard her into the rest of the year. She worked on playing happy. It's incredible to have that kind of perspective at a young player's age, and to take and disengage from the ultimate result and immerse herself in the process. So you saw her mature in the amount of discipline that she had in the way that she approached the game, but also in the mindset that she had. And with a swing like she does, the power that she has, as well as the fact she's 3rd in putts made per green in regulation, you've got power and putting, and now a great mindset. The sky's the limit for Ariya Jutanugarn.
I remember watching the A&A back in the spring and watching that tee shot on 18, and you were really started to wonder if that was more nerves or if it was mechanics or a little bit of both. But I think she's proven this year with 5 wins, and like you said earlier, Paige, she didn't carry the driver some of the rounds and just would stick to her 2-iron because of her length. But she's one of the best iron players on the LPGA Tour. She's great at putting, and now as she's won more and more, she's built more confidence, and she'll be 21 in a few days. 5 wins this year. The sky's the limit for Ariya.
What a year. And she is turning 21 on Wednesday, as we mentioned. She's not going to Vegas. She's not going somewhere tropical to have Mai Tais. You know where she's going to go? She's going to go to Disney World. She's going to have herself a good old time.
There you go.
Yeah, a magical place for what it was a magical year for Ariya Jutanugarn. All right, we do have to hand out a trophy to the winner in the race to the CME Globe Tour Championship. And here we go. And how about So Yeon Yu on the 8th hole, the par 3.
This is an incredible matchup all day in the final group. Almost got an ace.
So she moves to 15 under, 1 back of Hall at the Group Tour Championship. Now here's overnight leader Charlie Hall on the 10th, the par 4, her 2nd.
Yeah, playing with the lead, chasing her first win. I love how she abbreviates that follow through, trying to control her distance, control the flight. She does it beautifully to 2 feet.
Moves to 17 under. But Yu on the same hole, putting for birdie.
Well, this is a major champion, a U.S. Open champion. She knows how to answer.
She knocks it in to get to 16 under, still though trailing by 1. Now Hall on the 14th hole, the par 5, her 3rd.
Yeah, another beautiful swing. And she plays fast, Paige. She's not going to wait around.
She plays fast, talks fast, swings fast.
I think that's great, though. I mean, she makes a decision and she pulls the trigger. There's something to say for someone that's that confident that plays that quickly.
And she goes after the golf ball, too. Moves to 18 under with a birdie there. Now, Yu on the same hole, hitting her 3rd.
This is what I'm talking about, the battle back and forth. Anything you can do, I can do better.
Anything you can do, you can do equally.
Yeah.
Todd's been saying it right.
Confusing all of us now. She moves to 17 under, still 1 back. After both made par 15, now here's Yu on the par 3, 16.
And Paige and I, we were watching this earlier today, talking about how beautiful her golf swing is. Always in balance, and you just saw in the previous highlight, she almost holed it from the fairway, and she makes another beautiful golf swing here to 5 feet.
So Yu would knock that in, and she's now tied with Hall They move to the 17th, the par 5, and here's you hitting her second.
Yeah, going for this green in 2, but you can see those revetted bunker faces. You've got to get it over in order to bounce it up to the green, and she got the worst break possible given the circumstance.
So she has really no option but to do this. And she goes sideways, lays up short, tries. Well, she's looking to make a par here. Hole in the same hole, putting for eagle, Brian.
Yeah, her approach shot only landed about 3 feet ahead of where Hughes did, but instead of being in the bunker, she was long over the green, gave herself an eagle putt where she ended up making birdie.
That moves her to 19 under. Now you putting for par.
Just trying to salvage this hole, but no, a 2-shot swing on the 17th hole.
So they go to the final hole, and Charlie Hall definitely with the advantage, just needing the short one to win, and she gets it. And Charlie Hall shooting a bogey-free 66 to finish 19 under par to win by 2 shots. And Charlie Hall becomes the first lady from England to win on the LPGA Tour since Karen Stupples winning in 2004, winning the Ricoh Women's British Open. And that's her first victory on the LPGA Tour, winning by 2. And Charlie Hall spent some time with our Lisa Cornwell.
I felt relaxed, and it feels good that I can lead it and I can finish it off as well, because when I went on an LET, I came from behind, and to lead and win a tournament, I find it a bit harder, and I've done it, and I'm really happy with myself.
Yeah, I watched you all week. You talk about being relaxed and being confident. I saw you on the range this morning before you played, and I was really shocked, having not won before, how relaxed you seem. Where do you think that came from?
I don't know really. I feel like it's because when I'm at home with my friends and stuff, like, they don't play golf, so it's kind of doesn't matter what I do on the golf course. They don't judge me, or they don't even know that I probably even won. So I feel like I have a good mix and a good balance, and that's a big key for me.
And Charlie Hall is young, 20 years of age. We're talking about Utanagar and what she did at the age of 20. Look at all of these players and the wins at the age 23 and younger. 33 events, 26 or 23 and younger.
How about only ones over the age of 30?
I tell you what, the future looks bright on the LPGA Tour. How about the Australian Open? Jeff Ogilvy entering the final round with the lead at Royal Sydney. Here he is on the 7th hole, the par 5, third shot in the hole for an eagle. Moves to 13 under, a 2-shot lead. Fellow Aussie Ashley Hall, Brian, 18th hole, needs this for birdie.
Yeah, what a huge week this is for the Australian. Knows he's got to make this to have a chance to get into the playoff, and he buries it. Look at the emotion.
So he's the leader in the clubhouse at 12 under. Jordan Spieth Page on the 16th hole, the par 5 long birdie putt.
Yeah, and you can see this set up. The elbow to the heel of the putter head, just a straight line. Putt's not a straight line, it curves a little.
And he sinks that. So he is now tied for the lead at 12 under. Jeff Ogilvy also tied for the lead on the 16th. The par 5 is T-ball.
Yeah, co-leader trying to take advantage of this par 5 with his length, and you can tell he does not like that T-ball. Way to the right into the trees. He's going to have to look for that one.
Yeah, and he found it and had some problems with double bogey, drops to 10 under, actually finished tied for 4th. As for Spieth on 18, needs this to get a par and get into the playoff.
And do you expect anything else?
No, you're right. He'll be the best clutch putter on the PGA Tour. So he joins a playoff with Ashley Hall and Cameron Smith, another Aussie. First playoff hole, here is Spieth from the fairway.
Watch this golf swing. See how beautifully he's matched up with his arms in his chest, staring it down, knows exactly what he has to do, and just like he did for 4 days, covered the flagstick up inside of 15 feet.
Now Hall's second on the first playoff hole.
So he set the tone. Spieth set the tone. Great angle here from the left side of the fairway. And Ashley Hall answers.
Yeah, really nice approach for him in front of his country folks. So a lot of pressure on his shoulders as well. As for Cameron Smith, man, you can really see the difference in this green.
Yeah, beautiful angle here for Cameron. He knows that both of his playing competitors are inside of 15 feet. This pin's back right hole location. You got to get it up top. Oh, and he was about 3 feet short. It spins back all the way down to the front of the green where he would make par.
Yeah, he would two-putt. Actually, really nice two-putt from where he is. And Jordan Spieth is up next, and this for birdie.
And he gets to try to set the tone again, but this time with his putter.
That went in the middle.
So that throws all the pressure now on the Aussie Ash Hall. He can't do it.
Gave it a good run, just too much speed, Tom.
The kid in the Hall, Ash Hall, is unable to do it, and Jordan Spieth. And give it up to Hall because he was taking on, best player in the field there, ranked 5 in the world in Jordan Spieth, but still Jordan Spieth was able to get the victory. It is his 3rd victory worldwide in 2016 and his 2nd Aussie Open in the last 3 years. Here's what Jordan had to say about his day and his week.
Put in a lot of good work on my swing in the last few weeks and felt that it was more compact and trustworthy here than it's been the whole year. Just putted and chipped poorly the first 2 days, and then it kind of flipped around on the back 9 today, and my putting and chipping saved me as it has done a few times before. So really, really nice to see 2 fantastic shots into the last and make that putt in the middle. Gives me a huge boost of confidence going forward to hit those shots under pressure. When kind of going back a little ways, I've kind of struggled to get it in closing. So I felt like we really closed well on this last hole. I'm going to take that going forward.
Jordan Spieth joins a very short list, but it's an elite list as the only American to win multiple times down under at the Australian Open. The other guy, that would be Jack Nicklaus, who did it 6 times. And I can bet you that Jordan Spieth is going to go back to the Australian Open and play many more times over his career as well. We saw him do this in 2014, win with a closing 63. And then he went on that great run. He became Player of the Year in 2015. Do you smell something happening similar to 2015 again?
Well, first of all, he loves this golf tournament. He's finished first, second, first the last 3 years. But you're exactly right. This was his springboard after he won in 14 to that historic year in 2015. But I think he made a couple of interesting points in the sound there, talking about how he hit shots he had to hit coming down the stretch. But I think more importantly, the putts that he made coming down the stretch. Made a clutch putt on 17, a clutch putt on 18, and then made the playoff putt from 10 feet. This is the confidence that he needs. This is what he's trying to do. He has not won since the Dina DeLuca back in the spring of last year. So winning builds confidence. And for Jordan Spieth, he's won a lot, but winning never gets old. I think this could really carry him into next week and moving forward to the spring of this year.
And I cannot wait to see him tee it up again. He hasn't been in the headlines of the PGA Tour in the last 6 months. You mentioned since his win. So no doubt he's looking forward to be a headliner again.
The good news is you don't have to wait very long because he's going to tee it up at the Hero World Challenge, where there will be a great field. 16 of the top 25 of the official World Golf ranking will be in the field at Tiger's event down in the Bahamas. Henrik Stenson and Rory McIlroy, well, they're 2 of Europe's best players and 2 of the best players on the planet, actually. When it comes to finishing off a season, they know how to close. We will show you how dominant they are in Dubai. Plus, this Canadian rookie is trying to go wire to wire and change his life with a win on the PGA Tour. Was he able to get a WIN at the RSM? Oh, the drama. We'll show you.
Golf Central is brought to you by Titleist, the #1 ball at the RSM Classic. Bushnell Golf and the Tour X. Slope technology when you want it, tournament legal when you need it.